It's our final game on the card this afternoon for day 2 of the Australian Secondary Schools Rugby League National Championships here at Moreton Daily Stadium in Redcliffe. It is Victoria taking on Western Australia in the under-15s. We see the Western Australian side make their way out to the field. Let's have a look at how they'll line up this afternoon. And the fullback is Gabriel Salalea. The two wingers, Isaiah Oruki and William Blair. The centre pairing is Adito and Jeremiah Grant. The halves is Kahauti Rangitahi Hurawa Brown and Tamarua Haimona. The forward pack, Philip Sanderson, Jacaius Mabbott, Lincoln Kemp, Marja Peachy, Malachi Letafuga and Ruben Dixon. And the benches of Brody Dunn, Caius Scott, Jesse Inall, Rahati Rorna, Dermot Arthey, Mitch Wilson and Ben Cotton. For the Victorian side, which have just made their way out to the field, their fullback is Efemaima Sialoa. The wingers are Fa Tole, Mola Lakopo and Matthew Carity. The centres, Alja Watford and Latrell Courts. The halves pairing, Finn Mackay and Tanu Fakari. The forward pack is Phoenix Woods, Waka Hammond and Miracle Var. Alongside the back rowers, Joseph Ulanella and Elijah Poching and Mika Warina. And the benches, Lokia Azil, Folola, Indianson, Fiao, Caleb Marfo Atalaga, Jakan Taipari, Demetris Marnie, Paris Hunt and Jesse Havea round out the 20 for the Victorian side. Final game of day 2, as we said, and then 4 games tomorrow, 4 games on 5 games Friday. Let's start again. 4 games Monday, 5 games Tuesday, 4 games for Wednesday and Thursday, and then 5 games to finish proceedings on Friday. A bit of a tongue twister, but what we can allude to, the fact is there's plenty of rugby league coming up this week for these 2022 ASSRL National Championships here in Redcliffe. We get underway again, and they're not afraid to throw the ball around early up. The West Australians, which we like to see, but a pretty dominant tackle here from the Victorians. Shaping to pass was Dixon. Warshka. And unfortunately for Poching, it was a good shot, but just a tad too high, according to the referee.
When you're ready, hold! Wait! Line off the ball, Mikey, here, hold! Head your plate, hand!
Another strong carry here from the West Australians, and equally defensively. Another hit. It's good. That is Kemp with the ball, looking to play it. Back to Mabbott. Go to ground here. Grant has a bit of a look, acting half. Peachy runs onto it for Western Australia. Here's the last now for WA. And it'll be Haimona going high. Dives, jumps, and Salalea scores an outstanding try. Jumps up and dives. Great work from the fullback here. As we see on the replay, Mabbott had a little bit of a look, dummy half, this 5th tackle play, and Haimona went high. And, well, the Victorian centre there and Waitford was just having a little bit of a look at the kick chase coming through and took his eyes off the ball, and they cashed in, didn't they?
Yeah, he was good. The next tackle to average again, so keep working hard at him in the middle. Yep. So we'll keep targeting the outside.
So it is waved away. So we have a look here on the replay once again. Just that kick and the awareness, the leap from the West Australian fullback, Salalaya.
10. Just make sure you're having a look for me, all right? Just make sure you're having a look for the 10 metres.
So WA the early 4-0 lead.
Stay behind! Wait here, wait here.
Slip over Peachy.
Ball away, 7! Ball get out! Oh! Ball go 10. Seven, roll away! Oh!
They wrap him up. Continue to shift. And this is Lincoln Kemp. He's tackled 10 short of halfway as they shift left. Little show from Tator.
Last tackle!
Carry there from Kemp on the last. Out the back, it's in the hands of Horawai Brown.
Here. Hold.
Lacopo comes up with the footy. Now for Mackay.
Go together. Square. Hold. Go, 2.
Dummy half run for Coretti.
17, get square. 17, flop.
Flop there from the West Australian interchange player Taurona. So Victoria get the penalty and will kick for touch. And a good opportunity here for them, the West Australians. Obviously the early 4-0 lead.
Yeah, right there. When you're ready, hold. 10 down 9! 10 down 9,
Strong
hold.
carry from Ho Ching. Now for VAR.
Off 10, lock in. Go, 2.
Playing it quickly. Now Arena finds Woods.
8 now! 1 foot, hold.
Shifting. It's the 5'8 Mackay.
Hold.
Out of dummy half, does Ho Ching look to score, but referee is Johnny on the spot once again. As we see here on the replay. Ho Ching
Middle.
lost the ball. Well, yeah, it's a tough call there. We just have a player down at the moment, Phoenix Woods, who's in the hands of the trainer.
7. Just on the 10 metres, let's make sure we make it. Not on this, but in defence. No, actually, we lose it, but as you're going to the ground, you just from your hands and make it WA player. Hey, Billy Trump.
So there's the explanation from the referee right there on how he deemed the last play.
All right, let's go. All right, let's go here, boys. We're going to hold to the break here a bit. Boys, Victoria over here. All right, second row. On the line. Heads down, head in. Micah, head right in. Boys, lead a half. Just wait. Just let that lock. Come forward, come forward. All right, feet to hands. Come on. Break.
So they finish packing the scrum and Western Australia come up with it. And the pass has ruled to have gone forward.
Scrum boys, just here. You have me on 10 here, WA? Alright, let's go! On the line. Let's go, 16 boys. Same again. Let's part into the break here. Right, I'll go up, I'll make it, I'm over the top. On the line! Your head this way. Inside, back. Other side, mate. Take a step back. Walker, head right in. Head right in. Next time, lock. Right. Feet in. Wait. Tuck it again. Hey, if it goes in, you can't touch it, it'll be a penalty, alright? Take a step back. Alright, heads in. Alright, we're at head down. Bring the head right in. Hold for the break. Wait, break!
Some fancy footwork there from Sialoa, the fullback from the Victorians. Hammond plays it to VAR, finds Woods.
16 off the ball! 1 foot!
Hammond it is, dummy half. They go for a shift. Fakari.
Line of the square! 1 foot! Hold!
Goes onto the inside there, and this is Arena. Only 5 metres short here. 4-0. Crash play from Victoria. And the ball is down. And it is Miracle VAR who scores Victoria's first try. So we take a look at the replay here. They just were going with the big-bodied crash plays. You'll see here. Too big, too strong.
The distance is really good. Yep. And they're responding when we talk to them.
Looking to muscle over the line, which they did. 4-all. A relatively easy kick, you would say. Now for the conversion successful. As we take a look at that replay once again.
Take it early! Wait here, wait. Keep going.
For collision there, but nevertheless they get away with that one.
6 square, north. Hold!
Victoria. Good carry. And penalty. So they'll kick for touch here. The Victorians.
On the line here, boys. Have a look here. Just here. On the cross. On the cross. When you're ready, hold! Hold!
So
Move it, stay square, 15. Hold! No, you're not square, no! Keep going. Move it, stay square, no! Hold!
good run as they play it back to Arena. Through the hands, a short pass. Here he is again. Poaching. What about it? And he repositions himself as well. Great try for Elijah Poaching. And Victoria go back to back. And they're pumped up and energised. So we see a replay, this fantastic try. Just muscled over the Western Australians. Now another easy kick from right in front of the sticks for the Victorians to take a 12-4 lead here at Moreton Daly Stadium. Still got 12 minutes remaining of this first half, and
That's funny, boy. Stand behind! Right here.
going backwards again, the Victorians, so they get away with that one.
Four, stand square, six,
The Kopo.
hold! Stay square.
As the ball comes out, this is Courts. Ball comes for a strip is the call. The ball flies into touch.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Hold! Hold! Nine off the ball, square! Hold! Here we are, boys, on the line. Up here, five. Clock off you, Schoolboys. Wait. Here we are. Yeah, it's where the line's mate. And it's going to be with your hold! Hold! Wait, wait, go. Stay square! Hold! 12, get a step for me.
Now for Cialoa.
12, have a look. Hold! Wait. Go, he's better, mate.
Shifting. Holding up was Mackay. It's a nice pass from Fakari. And now he loads up again, Po Ching. He's just held short of the line. Could play the ball. Loses it in the play the ball.
We're going to be on 20 again, man. Guys, just come one. Yep. Here we are, boys. On the 20 here, fellas. Come here, boys. Stand again. On that red line. We're holding for the break. Time out. Mike, you got blood, mate.
We're just got to go and get cleaned up.
Make sure we're holding there for the break, fellas. Make sure we're heads on the front, mate. And get that inside. And get that inside. Alright, boys, let's go here. Hold for the break. Alright. Arms over the top. On there, guys. Alright, go ahead this side, mate. Inside to the hold back. One. Inside to the back. 7, hold. Let's go on. Feet through there. 2 hands, mate. Feet, come on. Wait, wait, wait.
WA locked the ball in the scrum.
Come out the wrong way. Just reset to that red line. Otherwise, you're red for it there. Just got to go between your legs as well. No, you're fine, mate. Hold 7. Heads down. Your head inside. No. Heads down. Heads right in. Next time, look, mate. Feet through there. Come on. Wait, wait, break. Off the leg. What's that second mark, mate? Yep. 7, stay square! Have a look here. Hold!
Now WA. Shifting through, heavy contact though.
Stay square!
It's in all. Plays the balls, they continue to work out the left edge here.
Hold!
Another penalty. Scott getting the penalty so WA can move upfield.
Here we are. Right here. We just touched those 9. Half 2 minutes, jump behind him. Come on, me, mate. Hold! Hold! 16, 16. Right, hold! Go.
This is Detour.
6, your square. 3, your square, 3.
Shifting out the back.
15 over square. Hold.
Scott plays it back to Mabbott.
You go.
Offloads. Arthie gets away here. Dixon through the dummy. It's finally wrapped up. Ho Ching making the tackle.
12 makes 10. Yep.
Spreading the ball from left to right. Putting the ball away. It was intercepted from WA. And a penalty.
Leave it. Boy. 5, leave it. In front now. They just jump on step behind. Jump on side. Keep going. Much better.
So another penalty. Just before the half-time break, with about 5 minutes left, I think the discussion for both sides will be that there's been quite a number of penalties.
Into the 10, mate. Take a break. Last minute. Inside, yep. Hold! Go. Yep.
Just control the discipline. The final 25 minutes of the day. Just before halfway.
15 stay square. Hold. Go, 2.
A great run from dummy half there for the Victorian rake in Hammond, but he loses the footy. So the score remains at 12 points to 4.
Middle. Here we are.
If you've just joined us, we've got 4 big games of footy tomorrow, kicking off 10:30, and you can watch all the action here on News Corp Australia's home of live streaming community TV from 10:30. ACT taking on New South Wales combined independent schools. 11:40, we've got New South Wales combined Catholic colleges taking on the combined high schools from New South Wales. 12:50, Victoria facing off against the Northern Territory. And then the Goannas are in action against WA at 2 p.m. He's away! What a run from the back row of Peachy. What about that play? Something out of nothing just before half-time. Coach Nathan Ben will be loving this. Looking forward to seeing this replay. Here it is, off the back of the scrum. It was yet another scrum play. We've seen so many of them today, which is refreshing to see. And he has run 70 metres. Marjo Peachy from Rockingham Senior High School. And he's, look at the smile on his face. One very, very happy man. His teammates getting around him. 12 points to 8 now. It should be 12-10. Preparing to head into the sheds at half-time. Conversion successful. Have a look at that replay once again. Look at him go. Got a bit of speed about him.
Boys, let's you stay inside here. Let's you stay inside. Stay behind.
And that's lucky not to get a penalty from that. And here he goes again. He's locked and loaded, ready to go again. He's Peachy and gets the offload. Much to the appreciation of the crowd. Sala Ella. Throws the dummy, lock forward. And Dixon gets up to play. Short side. Hamona has got the pass wrong.
Hey, it went out by Victoria, so I guess there's going to be scrum. Scrum, boys. Where do you want it? Six, where do you want it? Yep. Here we are. Nice, three options here. Here we are, fellas. All right, let's go here, boys. 16.
So the scrum the pack. We've just got a minute of play remaining in this first half.
All right, let's go. Heads in, wait for the bros. Yep, this not one, mate. Feet, 2 hands. Wait! Push! Stand now! Go, right. Head here in the middle, awareness. 11 down! Wait! Hold! Off there, nice! Wait! Hold! Go, 3.
So they continue to shift. Victoria Cialoa. He's picked up and slammed.
Yeah, I'm just going to warn him. Ruben, 9.
So it was right on half time. We'll go to the middle here and just hear what the referee's got to say to the players.
They just tackled up a couple against you now. You need to clean up in the second half a lot, or you might be out, okay?
So just been asked to clean up
Here's 10, guys.
a little bit.
What are you doing? Tap. Wait there.
Victoria,
Boys, come back here.
the 12-10 lead.
Have a look. Have a look at the referee. Let's go here. Yeah. Hold.
Got a back line set here.
Number 12 was set. Yeah, good.
They're going to shift through the hands, and then the intercept's taken against the run of play. What a play from Ruben Dixon. Could read from a mile away what was going on Victoria's way, and much like Murray Talangi last night, have a look at this. He knew what was going on. He could see it happening. He read the play, and he has taken a 60-metre intercept against the run of play to take the lead right on half-time. Fantastic work from WA. And it'll be Harmona to throw over the extras. Make it 16-12 at the break. And who would have thought, with Victoria getting a penalty down their end of the, or down WA's end of the park on half-time, that the score would result in a six-pointer going to WA, which of course gets them up to 16-12 at the break, which we will jump into, and we'll be back with the second half action when the players return here at Moreton Daly Stadium. We're back for the final half of our final game, day 2 of the ASSRL National Championships here in Redcliffe. We've got 4 big games on tomorrow. You can watch it all live and exclusive here on Community TV. All gets underway at 10:30 with the ACT and New South Wales combined independent schools. 11:40, the New South Wales combined Catholic colleges taking on the combined high schools. 12:50, Victoria and the Northern Territory do battle, and then the ASSRL Goannas will take on WA from 2 p.m, all under 15 games, and then we're into the semi-finals for the under 18s on Tuesday. And from my calculations, it should be the New South Wales combined Catholic colleges taking on the New South Wales combined high schools in the 1v4 semi. 2v3 will be Queensland versus the New South Wales combined independent schools in the under 18s. That's from the official draw yet, but from my calculations, that should be the case for Tuesday. And we'll see the combined affiliated states and the ACT playoff in the selection match on Tuesday morning. 25 minutes, though, of footy remaining today before we start looking ahead to the rest of the week. But it is great to have the national champs back after a 2-year hiatus. As we get underway for this second 25, it'll be Victoria first use of the footy this half. What about WA scoring against the run of play right on half-time, which basically changed the game a little bit. Victoria had a penalty right just before the break, and then from 60 metres out, the intercept was taken, and it was Ruben Dixon who ran 70 metres to score for the West Australians. Now the Victorians lose the ball.
Here we are, Victoria. Let's go here, 6 in. Wait for the break. For the break call. All right, I'm going to stop, mate. Yep. All right, watch out. All right, heads down. Yep. Right. Heads in. 16, get your leg out here, mate. Out here. And get my leg out here. Yep. Let's start lost. Take a step back, mate. Let's start lost. All right, head right in. Arms over. All right, speed, 2 hands. Through the front. Don't strike early. Speed. Wide. Break.
The ball comes out the back of the scrum. Now Detour. 25 metres out, Harmona, a pass to Letafuga. 15 metres away here. Centre field for Taruna. They go out right-hand side. The pass into Peachy's hands, who's in the right back row position. Far from the line, scooting from dummy half. Jeremiah Grant. It's the last. They fire a pass out. Hamona kicks it into the in-goal area, but it's taken very, very well by Finn Mackay. And Victoria will start their set of 6. 15 metres away from their own line. And a penalty.
Three. You can't be pushing it, mate. Get up. That's it, mate.
So they'll kick for touch here. The Victorians.
Have a look here, guys. Go a bit too wide. Go to the referee. Oh! I love it up and square. Hold. Go, 1. 14 now.
Elijah poaching. He loses the ball. He's not happy, he reckons. There's some ruck interference there from one of the WA players. Brody Dunn, who he thought was in amongst it, but it's fallen on deaf ears.
Here we are. All right, 16. One. Time's over. Your head is on, mate. Head down. Your head in. Stand up, boys. Stand up. Come on. Let's get head in. Right. Victoria, we're holding second break. Come on, step in. Right, just down the front. Stand up, yeah, beat your hands. Whoa, stand up. Stand up, boys. Stand up.
Just letting you enjoy hearing the sounds of them packing the scrum, which is obviously taking quite some time. It's a penalty. I think referee Cody Quick had enough there. So they'll kick in a touch. And they'll charge up here. Shifting out the back. Another penalty. That'll be sin bin. Well, that was only going to end in one way, wasn't it, when he took the quick tap and was offside, so ending in the bin. So we'll spend the next 10 minutes sitting down. Take the tap here. Victoria down a man. This is Peachy getting it up to play it. Done. Dummy half at the back. Fullback Salaya. Salalia. Plays it quickly. Hamona! Outstanding from the halfback. And Tamarau Hamona scores the 4-pointer. It was this quick play of the ball here from Gabriel Salalea. First man play, footwork near the line, dived over. An easy 4-pointer to the West Australians.
You're here, Cody. Nothing on the 10, mate. Keep focusing on that.
And the conversion will be waved away. So the score will remain at 20 points to 12. Starting to get a little bit darker here at Moreton Daly Stadium.
Stand slightly, boys. Stay behind! Wait!
As the Victorians restart play once again.
Nine of it square! 3 square!
Kemp plays it. Heavy contact. Once again, poaching. He's been one of the best for the Victorians. He has made a couple of errors, but tell you what, he's brought plenty of intensity in defence this afternoon. This is Saunderson now from Kalamunda. He'll be asked to go back and play it. It's a fair effort, of course, for WA as Victoria to come up to Queensland. They couldn't think of worse places to head, though. So, beautiful day. Obviously, yesterday wasn't the best day for footy, but that's really turned on today. Here's the last for the West Australians. They'll go out the back. Bit of pressure on the fullback, but Sialoa takes it with ease. Good kick chase from the West Australians.
Standing us off! Hold! Go, 2. 8, come 10. Good now.
Footwork there from Farkari.
Hold! Go, 3.
15 minutes to go.
70 cent! Watch it! Hold! Go, 4. Last tackle!
Tucking it under the arm. Last one here for the Victorians.
Inside! Middle, right, good.
Midfield kick, but taken very well there from Wilson, who is on the field for the West Australians.
Paul, stand now, just here. Hold! Go to 12, you're not sweat, 12.
Trying to find a hole in the defence is Waruki.
20 now! 20 go, hold! Standing alone, look in! 6, hold!
So Victoria back to 13 minutes. Seems like the sin bin was only 5 minutes.
Last tackle, here!
Due to the reduced time, last tackle here. Kicking is Harmona. It's taken well by Sialoa.
17 cents, square! Hold!
And they lose the ball, Victoria.
6, 7, what do you want it? 7. 7. No, it's on this side, boys. Boys, it's on this side. We're over here. 2 on. Here are Victoria. 5, 3, have a look. Bring the rest of them. Victoria all the way back for us. 20. Here you are, boys. Let's go. Scrum, scrum. 5. Boys, over here. Feeding this 20, side. 20, 20. Just feeding this side. Just hold there for the break. 6, 1. Boys, step. In the middle, all the way. 1. Come this side, boys. One in the middle. Step. Yeah, we're good. Heads in. Wait. 14, get your head right, mate. 14, get your head right in. Speed. Break!
So they're shifting through here now, West Australia. Got the pack on the feet of the scrum. Peachy! Bouncing off tackles. He's oh so close. Tried to get away with the quick tap there, but he's inside 10.
Which way? Oh, number 12, sorry. Yep, when you're ready. Hold! Take it back. Take it 2. Alright, they're taking 2, boys.
So they're going to make this a 10-point ball game. And just wind the clock down a little bit more. Right, taking the 2. It's fantastic scenes to see this afternoon in New Zealand too, with the Warriors returning home to Auckland. Of course, Redcliffe was their very home for the last 1.5 seasons. As you would probably see with the NRL logo on the surface. And this venue, it's a great venue, and it, of course, will be home to the Dolphins in 2023, the new NRL franchise to enter the Premiership. And this venue will be the home of the ASSRL National Champs for the next 22, or this year and the following one, so for 22 and 23, which is great news. Fantastic facility, beautiful weather. Maybe a little bit biased given I'm a Queenslander. But it's been a very good carnival thus far. And this game could go either way. The Victorians look like they had the early lead, but WA have fought back here. And they lead 22 points to 12. With just under 11 minutes remaining in this game. Shifting out the back. And a good carry from the edge forward. They're going to play the short side here. Letafuga just lost his footing. Last tackle, shifting through. Salalea kicks downfield, a bit of work to do. Gets an ugly bounce. It's picked up, and it's a try. To Marja Peachy. I think it came off the foot, or the shins, I should say, of his West Australian teammate. And he got the most ugliest of bounces, Sialoa. As we'll see here on the replay, Salalea kicking downfield. It was just an awful bounce. He got caught flat-footed there, the fullback, and it was off the shins of both fullbacks before Peachy capitalised. And WA further extend their lead, 26 to 12. 9.5 to play. And the kick will be waved away, going to the right of the uprights. So it remains a 14-point ball game. That replay once again. And a great kick chase. You know, there was no one else around the ball, was there? But it was a great kick chase from not only the fullback in Salalea, but also for Peachy, who has been in everything this afternoon. He has easily been one of the West Australia's best. We remember that we made a 60-metre run, 60 to 65-metre run to score a try. Charging off the back fence again. Victorian, so he was trying to break through Saunderson, but just couldn't quite do so. Now for Salalea, takes the line on again. Steele post contact meters, picks up Camp, throws the dummy. Some more second phase play. We've got another offload. It's gone backwards again. Mabbott is tackled. Saunderson acting half. Little chip and chase here from WA. It's for Sialoa to be on his bike once again, but he gets away with it. Nice piece of play from both sides, but particularly for Sialoa, for Victoria, they're being able to defuse that kick. There were certainly danger signs from WA. 7 to go. They're still in it here, Victoria. I mean, although it's a 14-point lead, we've seen stranger things on the footy field. We've just got to stay positive and really use this footy, because they are about 5 short of the halfway line, and this will be the 4th tackle as they shift. Ho Cheng makes an error. So WA will get the ball back.
On the red line. Alright, let's go here, 6 in. Hold that 3 on the line. Hold to the brace. Head right in, let's go. One hold. That speed. Quick.
Just lost his footing once again. Obviously the surface is a little bit slippery still due to the wet weather that Queensland's had the last 48 hours, although it's been a beautiful day today. Certainly can't complain. T-Rorna coming out of dummy half, slips straight through. There's no one in support. Where's the support players? He was looking for the offload. No one was at home. Mabbott plays off the back of it. Another good run. Takes 15 metres. Ball stripped away. Penalty WA. The ball stripped away.
When you're ready.
Tap and run here again. They score again here, WA. It's curtains for the Victorians. 5.5 minutes remain. Run from Grant. Goes short side. Here we go. Hits and spins, but he's oh so close there. Hurawai Brown. Now, burrowing play. Good defence, Victoria. Fire out the back, using the line. Salalea into some more hands. Now for Letafuga, who finds Detour, but he's gone touching goal. So that's great defence from Victoria. Not over for them yet. Quick here, Victoria straight through. Azil Foliola. He's still going. What a run from young utility off the bench. VAR plays off the back of it. Mackay shaped a pass. Took it to the line. Loses the ball. He's taking the tap here. Poaching. Going for the line. He scores off the quick tap. 3.5 to go. Maybe a little bit too late for the Victorians. But impressive. Very impressive. Look, it's been a topsy-turvy game for Elijah Poaching. He's had some good moments and he has made a few little errors here and there, but overall he's been good. The lock forward, or sorry, the back rower. So now and he's made no mistake of that. 26-18 the score, a 8-point ball game. Heading into the final 2.5 minutes. Restart, go straight into the try scorer's hands. Poaching. It's a big carry from him. Wakeford. 35 metres away, Foliola. Dummy half. Put the ball away, that's Marnie. Poaching, a lovely ball away. Here we go, Waitford. He's chased down. Hunt. Mackay drops it back on the inside for Woods. Last tackle here for the Victorians. They go for the grubber. And it's not quite capitalised on by the kick chase. Final minute of the game. So this will be a WA victory. By how much will be what is determined in this final seconds of the match and of today's play. Don't forget, 4 big games tomorrow, getting underway from 10:30. All the coverage here, live and exclusive on Community TV. It'll be a high tackle. The final 20 seconds play out here.
Working, fellas. Bring it up, bring it up. Hold! With your foot. Ball, get on. Hold! Yep. Go. Stand down!
There's the siren. And WA get a 26 points to 18 victory to conclude day 2 of proceedings here in the ASSRL National Championships in Redcliffe. As I mentioned, a big day tomorrow for day 3, and of course, still more footy to come, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the huge day on Friday, finals day. We will have the post-match presentations, and then we will say sayonara and see you tomorrow, same place, from 10:30 for day 3. But thank you very much for your company, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.